Gee, there are very few Lucy shows that I've missed.
You want me to bring them all over to your house some night? They're on in the mornings, in the afternoons, and the evenings, and on Mondays you can get them 4 times, and I'm thinking of putting them under my arm and going door to door.
It is remarkable. Does that ever seem odd to you that somewhere, even as we sit here now, people are looking at you? I don't mean these people are looking at you, but I mean that someone is seeing you do something that you did years ago.
Yeah, it really does.
Like, I don't know, that idea that natives have, that they shouldn't be photographed. Somewhere, your personality is now off doing something that you don't know about somewhere.
Yeah, and all the little kids walk around behind the set to see who's in there.
Yeah.
My kids did it.
Who is in there? I never have figured that out, how they get those little people to talk. Did you do the Broadway show just to get a break from the daily?
I've always wanted to do a Broadway show. I was wishing it was a little better than Wildcat was, but we had great business throughout, so I shouldn't complain, I guess, except that it almost killed me. But I love the stage. I love an audience. It's just that if you get stuck in a hit, it's 2 years out of your life at least, you know. Mm-hmm. And that's not a very nice thing to say, stuck in a hit. But that's exactly what happens. There's no other life. Yeah. So I want to continue doing more theater. And, of course, I always do my show in front of an audience. But I don't want to do theater where I have to go 2 years in one area. I want to go 6 weeks, something like that.
It's hard to do that, though, isn't it, economically? Because
economically, I could forget about it. You can't make any money in the theater.
I saw the other night Room Service was on with with the
Marx Brothers.
And a Lucille Ball was in that film.
Yeah, I don't know which one that was.
Yeah. Was that not a fun experience? In any way that you can talk about?
Yes. Yeah. They were very close, and they were an entity unto themselves. There was no one else like them. There never has been. I guess there never will be. They were very erudite. They were very vivacious. They had lots of vitality for everything that they did.
And they chased the chicks, right?
Oh, boy. Huh? And they had a big thing about taking their clothes off. And they always waited until there were some priests and nuns in the audience. That was their pet. They welcomed everyone on the set, and then they'd strip.
That's satire, isn't it?
I would say.
Yeah.
They were flying nuns long before this one.
I read a piece in Time magazine about you. It was the year that you won, or I guess one of the first years that you won the Emmy. Lucille.
When I was pregnant?
Yeah. You were on the cover.
I'll say.
I mean...
I covered the whole cover.
And how did you get the idea of New York and show business and all of the glamour?
Vaudeville was the only thing I had seen in Jamestown. At the Palace Theater, my grandfather used to take us every Saturday to see the movie and see the vaudeville show. Mm-hmm. The only thing I'd ever seen was vaudeville, and I wanted so badly to be a part of that. Oh, I just wanted to be invited. No one knew anything about television. Certainly didn't think of being on radio. And just showbiz was vaudeville. So when I first went away to New York, I tried very hard to get into... I never met anyone in vaudeville. I was never in an agent's office. I never got any place. And I went to dramatic school, and as I've said many times before, they actually wrote my mother a letter and said she was wasting her money, which she was. I was very reticent, very awkward, very shy, and terribly homesick all of the time. I just wanted to get back home, and then I'd come back again. Finally, I was starving to death, literally, walking up and down trying to get a job in vaudeville. And so I became a model to eat.
Yeah.
And I was a model for a couple of seasons.
That was in Jamestown, or...?
No, here in New York, Hattie Carnegie. And one hot day, I was walking down the street in July, and someone said, how would you like to go to California? And I said, I'd go any place to get out of this heat. And I went upstairs in the Palace Theater building, and some girl's mother had just yanked her out of a lineup that was leaving. That was a Wednesday, and they were leaving on Saturday. And she couldn't go, so they were stuck. And no time to test anyone, and they needed to produce 12 showgirls for Sam Goldwyn. So because I was tall enough, and because I was a model, and because I was a Chesterfield cigarette girl for that season, I fit the bill. And I went out, and I've never been back. And I've never been out of work. Yeah. Everyone says I had such a tough time. I've really had a very well-paid apprenticeship. But the biggest thing is that I've loved every minute of it because I've been a part of the business
And tonight, the pinnacle of your success, the Cavett Show.
When are you going to come out to the coast?
I'd like to come out there. Is it? If it isn't too hot out there.
Too hot?
It's always hot out there. The heat that you went out there to escape, I always hit when I get out there.
Well, but it's not the kind of heat that you suffer in. It's cool every night. Haven't you ever lived out there?
Yeah, I lived out there once for 6 months. I wrote for Jerry Lewis.
Oh, well, that's the heat you were feeling.